Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Boffman. Have you noticed I'm sitting in a new space today? Mr. Boffman is on the phone and in the middle of an important meeting, so I had to move spaces, and I'm in what is called a spare bedroom in my home, and I'm sitting on the floor. So I was wondering if you've been noticing that I've been moving around as I'm doing my videos. Hope you are well today. I still miss you guys an awful lot. I've got a story that I'm going to share today, and I hope that you are settled. I'm sitting on the floor today. It's kind of making me think of spring trail. I'm comfy, and I hope you are too. I'm going to share with you today one of my favorite stories, and this book is real special to me because I bought this book when Mr. Boffman, Lindsay, and I went to Hawaii 2 years ago on vacation, and it's called Gary and Harry, and it's about two sea turtles. And this story has a message in it, and I hope you can think about it as I'm reading. What do you think the author's trying to teach us? And I hope you enjoy it. Deep in the sparkling sea, Gary the sea turtle and his best friend Harry the hawksbill turtle played in their ocean home. Each day they would swim to the surface and happily dive beneath the waves. I actually bought this book. We were in Maui and we went to an aquarium that was there, and this is where I purchased the book, so it has really special meaning to me. Gary and Harry loved their carefree life in the sea and liked to visit in their many ocean friends, like Olivia the octopus and Larry the lobster, and even Herman the grumpy old hermit crab, who was really nothing but a big softy under the old crusty shell. This book has a lot of fun pictures. For Gary and Harry, each day was a great underwater adventure. Some days they would explore deep into the dark underwater caverns. Did you know that the ocean goes down miles? The further that you go out into the ocean, it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's vast. And other days they would search for long lost treasures buried deep in the hulls of the old sunken ships. When they wanted a good laugh, they would visit the crazy clownfishes who performed Harold the Harlequin Shrimp's spectacular sea circus. One day after their morning adventure, Gary and Harry were especially hungry. As always, it was difficult deciding what to have for lunch since they had very different tastes in food. How about a salty seaweed salad made of fresh algae, Gary suggested. Algae? Yuck! Harry replied, making a face. I'd rather have a nice, tasty jellyfish. He wished he had been answered, for suddenly a school of jellyfish floated by. Wow, look at all those jellyfish. He was lucky his wish was answered. Harry swam quickly to the largest one and swallowed it in one big gulp. Gary expected to hear a satisfied ah, but instead Harry responded with a terrified ah! Harry was gasping and choking. That was no jellyfish he had swallowed. It was a plastic bag. Harry knew many sea turtles had died from choking on plastic bags, but he never once thought that it would happen to him. I think they're talking about those plastic grocery bags that Mom might get when she goes to the grocery store. And we talk about how it's important to recycle those so that things like this don't happen to our sea animals. Harry desperately tried everything to remove the plastic bag, but it just wouldn't come out. His life flashed before him. Luckily, Gary had just completed his turtle safety class, and by using the Heimlich maneuver, the plastic bag flew right out from Harry's throat. "Phew, that was close," Harry said while catching his breath. "How did a plastic bag get in the ocean anyways?" "How else?" Gary answered. "The humans." "Well, they need to be more careful and keep their trash out of our homes," Harry said angrily. Gary couldn't agree more with me. And boys and girls, they are talking directly to you and I that we are responsible for picking up and cleaning up after our own trash so that we don't think about things, but things do wash up and get blown away and end up into our ponds and lakes and oceans, and they can and do harm animals every single day. Suddenly, Harry's stomach rumbled. All the excitement worked up an appetite. "Well, I'm starving," he told Gary. "Let's get lunch." But then a beautiful jellyfish floated by. "Look, Harry, it's just what you asked for." After what Harry had been through, suddenly jellyfish didn't seem very appealing. "I'll pass on that jellyfish for a while. Maybe I'll try one of those salty seaweed salads." Gary's face quickly lit up. "Well, I know the perfect place to go," he said excitedly. Do you think Harry was making a good choice in saying he doesn't want another jellyfish? And with a flick of their flippers, they quickly drove through the crystal blue seawater, eager to enjoy a nice, relaxing lunch. The end. What do you think they went and ate together? And what lesson do you think that the author is trying to teach us in this book? And why do you think that lesson is so important? I want you to think about that, and when you're outside playing, make sure you pick up and clean up after yourselves, and make sure you're picking up and cleaning up after yourselves when you're at home as well. Be helpful to Mom and Dad. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I will see you again real soon. Miss and love you all. Bye-bye.